So we are given an equation in here, equality of two expressions depending on x and y. So here there is no way you can solve for y in terms of x. Y appears here, appears here, appears here. There is no way you can solve it explicitly. But still it is possible to compute the tangent line to this curve at this point. If you want to check this, like whether this point is on the curve, just plug x equals -1 and y equals 1 and then see that this equality holds. Indeed, both of them becomes like 10 and this becomes 10. So 10 equals 10 at this point, so equality holds. Now for this, I'm going to differentiate this implicitly, and also I will use the chain rule and the product rule in here. You will see that. So let us see, the left hand side derivative is 3 times x squared plus y to the 4. Now subtract 1, so you get 2 times derivative of inside, which is 2x plus 4y cubed times dy over dx. I'm going to call this y prime. And then that's the derivative of the first expression. Second expression is just derivative of x cubed, which is 3x squared. So like there's another 2 in here, 6x squared equals, now I will apply the product rule. Keep 8 as a constant outside. Derivative of so second one times derivative of x to the fourth, which is 4x cubed. Now keep the x to the fourth, and now differentiate y squared, which is 2y y prime. Because we are differentiating with respect to x, we always put y prime term. And then derivative of 2y is just 2y prime. So it is, we are going to find the slope in here, y prime, in terms of, so at this point. So there is no need to solve this y prime. So I'm going to plug in here, set x equals -1 and then y equals 1, and then solve for, we will solve for y prime, right? So let's see. If I plug it in here, -1 and 1, so this becomes 3 times, so 1 plus 1, which is 2 to the 2, times 2 times -1 plus 4 times 1 cube times y prime. So there's y prime in here. And -6 times -1 squared, it is like -6 in here. 8 times y squared is 1 times 4 times -1 cube. We should pay attention to the negative sign in here. And then plus -1 to the power 4 times 2 times y value is 1 times y prime, and then plus 2y prime. So that would be, so the equality holds in here. There is 2y prime here. So maybe I should write this in the end in here, plus 2y prime. So let us solve for y prime here. So this quantity is in here, 12 times -2 plus 4y prime. Let me first simplify this. -6 equals 8 times, and then this becomes -4, and then this is 1 2y plus 2y prime plus another 2y prime. But now it is time to distribute this. Let us do this in different colors. So let's distribute in here, and similarly I'm going to distribute this one over here, and then let's simplify this. So that becomes -24, and then for the 8y prime minus 6 equals -32. All right, and then plus 16 y prime and another like y prime in here. As you see, it doesn't show, so I will put y prime term in here. So this is still dark. Okay, y prime. So we have this blue one, which is y prime. Okay, let us count the y primes now. So we have y prime over here, y prime over here, y prime over here. So if I move this y primes to the left and then constant numbers to the right, what do we get? So 48 minus 18 y prime. So on the left we have 30 y prime, and then on the right we have -32 plus 30, so -2, right? So y prime turns out to be -1/15. So this is the case at -1, 1. Now we can write an equation of the tangent line. Equation of the tangent line. So remember that it is y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1. In here, slope turns out to be this derivative, right? So this is your m actually. Your m is -1/15. Okay, let's go back and plug it in here. So y minus y1. y1 is 1. And then slope is -1/15 times x minus -1. So it is time to simplify this, and then like minus minus is plus here, and then you distribute this again over here. So what you get is y equals 1 plus, so you get -1/15x and then -1/15. So finally equation is -1/15x plus 14/15. You can say that 15y equals -x plus 14 if you like, but so that would be enough for us. So this is good enough. So the slope is -1/15 and the y-intercept